camp basement there. Remember the job we did there? Hang on, I'll swing us over. Remember the job we did there with the filter and all the valves? Oh, I wanted to show you a few tips on plumbing. Some people, they're into tech. They're not tech, I don't know, that poly stuff there now. And I don't know, they're scared of going to copper because they think they're going to fail at it. Well, hang on, I'll swing you over. Yeah, they think they're going to fail at it. Copper, well, okay, I'll tell you my idea on copper. Copper, PEX. PEX, that's the name I was looking for. Not DEX, but PEX. Copper's been used for, I don't know, 50, 60 years. And the only thing they changed, before we used to use 90-10, 90 parts lead and 10 parts, I don't know, some other, now it's 50-50, and you can even get 60-40, and so they put less lead so that as humans we don't pick up traces of lead in ourselves on account of the pipes. But I'll tell you something, the PEX they use now, in a few years they're going to find that there's plastic particles or something that's going in the water, and we're going to be so it's never good. To my idea, copper's proven itself, and if you got any kind of a water system, use brass fittings as much as you can. Get away from the galvanized, because galvanized, I don't know, you're always going to have problems with that. They corrode. They don't make good galvanized fittings anymore. And if you use steel, well, you're going to deal with rust. So best just brass and copper, and stay with that, and you'll have a lot less problems. Now today's exercise here, so I'm just going to show you a little bit about preparing and soldering a few joints. Like the whole trick behind doing copper plumbing is you prepare everything, like, and then you start soldering. I'll come back to you, but I'm going to tell you a few do's and don'ts about preparing. Okay, so you stand by, I'll set up the camera, then I'll prepare the two fittings. Well, all it is caps. I'm gonna cap off something I have to every autumn. Like I have a drain back system here, and I gotta make sure these valves are open after I drain them. And in the spring, I've seen turn the water on, and the valves upstairs were open. I had forgotten them, so I'm just getting rid of them because we'll never use them. It's for a clothes washing machine, and it's never going to be in the camp. It's in the washroom, and there's no room in there for a clothes washing machine. It was a good idea then, but not anymore. So I'll bring us back anyways. I'll just get everything ready here, and I'll bring it back. Okay, folks, first off, to get this ready, you're going to use some clot paper, aluminum oxide, and you gotta sand your pipes well. And the trick is to get them clean so that when you solder your joint, well, it makes a good joint. Not something, I seen some people there. I know you can't see much right now, but eventually you're gonna see some. I see some people there. It was incredible. It was like a torture test doing plumbing. And you know how I learned, eh? Electricians, when they're on the job, you're busy, eh? And they kind of, well, we entertain a relationship with plumbers, let's say. My paper's not the best. I think it's too old, and the best has gone out of it. Hang on, I'm gonna take another chunk there. Where is it? Right here. When you're doing something like this, it's not saving money. It's using, you buy the proper tools, you buy the proper material, and what you do is if you use what the professionals use, like the plumbers use, well, it's just like in automotive, eh? Well, if you cheap out, well, you're gonna find out that most of the time it'll be a failure. And if you use what the automotive guys use, well, you're gonna have success. Hey, now, hey, see this here? They call that Gator paste. Self-cleaning acid paste flux. Okay, so you put some on there, all over the place. Okay, all around. And the big trick here, folks, the big trick is don't put your fingers, don't put your fingers where you shouldn't, on your fittings or on the pipe that you just cleaned. Hang on, I'll bring us around there. This will be a trying thing. Ooh. I don't know. Don't put your fingers. You just clean the pipes. Don't put your fingers on the pipes. Okay. Now the next episode here is the fittings. They're little caps. See, I bought a whole bag there because I think 4. This is a bag of 10. And I think 4 was costing me as much as a bag of 10. So I said, I don't know when I'm going to use them. But this story of my life. Hang on, I'll take my knife out because these bags are tough, boy. They ain't made like they used to. There. Now. See, the old trusty knife there. Now. I'm going to tell you something that a plumber told me before, but I don't. Okay, see these fittings? You buy fittings, the inside, it's clean already. Supposedly, you don't got to sand it, you don't got to brush it, you don't got to do nothing. But, little brushes, eh? See that? A little brush. Put that in the inside of the fitting. You just turn around. Okay. Now we take our paste. Remember the paste there? And we put some in the old fitting. All around. They'll go sticking your fingers in there. I told you before, eh? That's the big trick. People clean their fittings and clean their pipe, and then they stick their hands. There's oil on your hands, eh? They stick them all over the pipe, or they don't put enough paste. That Gator acid paste flux there. Well, they don't put enough of that. They don't cheap out on the paste, eh? Because you're gonna regret it. You want to have success. Flux. I cleaned it. Put lots of paste inside there. I prepared like, I know it sounds like a lot of bull, eh? But it's not, trust me. I prepared like a series at one place at my son-in-law's with his father's, he's got the farmhouse, my son-in-law's father, and yeah, I don't know. I want to tell you the whole story, but it was like a circus, okay? He was going from the garage to the house, from the garage to the house, and he had some acid, and he was cleaning and dipping, and he had it on in his hands, and he was bringing it back to the house, and then he had a hard time soldering it, eh? I said, you just, I'm going to do the plumbing. I says, because I getting tired of looking at him promenading up and down, and he wasn't getting nowhere. Eh? I says, you got the water off, and then you won't have it on for lunch. So I says, you're just going to be a runner for me, and I'm going to call the shots here. And we're going to get this done. Well, I didn't do it by noon, but by 1, the water was back on. Anyways, sounds like I'm bullshitting here, eh? Hang on, I'm gonna swing you around and back up in the air, and hopefully this will turn out to be a. See my 2 caps. My 2 caps are finished now. So I'm gonna put them in there. I didn't put my hand on the pipe. I got my fingers outside the caps. Now, where's my soldering? My solder. Hey, now we're close to wood here, eh? So it's always nice to be careful, maybe. Yeah, I don't have a lighter, eh? All I got is this barbecue thing there, so it's not. Okay. Hey. Hope this doesn't turn out to be a circus. But it should be a success. You just heat it up, and I don't have it too hot right now. It's starting to float there now. Hang on. That one's done. Hope I'm not blocking the view there. It's starting to be, the black flies are starting to go, but we're starting to see a lot of mosquitoes there. It's always a trade-off, eh? Until, the end of July, and then we get rid of everything, hey? Then all that's left is they call them deer fly, eh? When they come and they take a bite on you, well, they usually take a chunk with them, eh? Well, that's it, eh? You can't get everything. There. See? That's it, folks. It wasn't hard. Just a little torch I bought. Yeah, it's handy, but not that enthused about it. Okay, now let's see. Let's see how we can turn this back on. I don't know if I keep you. Oh, yeah. While I'm thinking about it, hang on, folks. Hang on. I'm gonna bring this back in there. Hang on. First, I'm gonna zoom out. Oh, I wasn't zoomed in. Ooh. There, okay, now you see Gator. Okay, this is Gator's tip of the day on plumbing. When you get a pipe, and the pipe's pretty well level, and there's always water coming. I don't care who you are. It's when you're doing solder, I don't care who you are. You never gonna, unless you have an oxyacetylene, you're gonna burn your fitting in the pipe, and you're never gonna get it soldered. The trick here is you take some bread, you know, the white, I don't know how you call that, the white part, not the crust on, like the brownish part on the outside, but the white, Take some, and you stick that in the pipe. There's water in that pipe, it always, and as you heat, when you apply heat to the pipe, it draws the water. The water wants to come towards the heat, always, all the time. The trick here is you put some of that white part of the bread in your pipe, you block it. Sometimes you gotta block it on both sides, You put your fitting in, you clean everything, you put your fitting in, you can weld it, and then when you turn your water back on at your taps upstairs, you take the little screen, okay, and then when you turn the water on, whew, that chunk of bread there, those white stuff from the bread, it's going to come out the taps upstairs, and that's it. It's the only way you're going to weld it. It's a plumber that showed me that little trick quite a few years ago. Anyways, whoa, well, maybe, hang on, I'll turn the water on. I'll just show you. Well, I can show you before, but I don't know. Yeah, they're gonna see something here. Okay, here's another infraction, okay? I'm gonna have to, where is it? On the other side, yeah, right there. That's the water pump. Okay. Okay. These are my drain back valves. I don't know if you can see me from where you are. Okay. Now, hang on. What am I gonna do? I talked about this. Okay, these are, hang on, I'm gonna go show you the two caps from up close. See, that's the two caps that I put on the pipes. The pipes are up there, so I cut them off. That's not in use no more, so bedang. And I capped those off. If ever, I can take the caps off and reuse that. But, okay. Now, I turn the, see, we're at 0, okay? And here, see that little arm right here? Well, watch this.